What's going on, everyone? My name's Slender, and I'm going to show you guys some of the big changes in crafting that are coming our way. And remember, this is the PTR, so any of this could make it. Some of it might not make it, or it could be exactly the same when this patch is, released into the live version of the game. So most of this stuff I think is going to make it. So, just keep in mind, I don't want to get myself in trouble. Everybody reminds me, hey, Slender, this is a PTR. This could be totally different by the time it hits live, and you're right. So anyway, first thing I want to show you guys is crafting the vanilla crafting without anything extra. No timeless shards and no runic stopwatch. And I'll show you what I mean by runic stopwatch in just a second. So this is our crafting menu with no extras, no runic stopwatch, and no timeless shards. So I have my full armoring set, I have my armoring earring, and I also have my armoring food. Now remember, anytime we look at these recipes, I want you to understand that, if there was the town buff, which they do not give us on the PTR, these would all be 5 points higher. So if we use all our high tier materials like we're used to, we're looking at 590 to 600. But if this was live and we actually had the armor's inspiration town buff, it would be 595 to 600. Okay, so just pretend this says 595. I might even add that. I'll just change it in the video. I'll use some of my CGI. So anyway, nothing special here. Same thing as usual. If we want to put freedom on it, we can use our 𝙎𝙢𝙎𝙢. And let me just grab some runic leather really quick. Wouldn't that be nice if you could do that on live? Get some god powers. So anyway, there we go. So we're going to put freedom on here. We're going to use 𝙎𝙎𝙎, and we'll go ahead and craft one. And remember, it should be 595. Wow, look at that. Holy crap. What a roll. Man, resilient, sturdy energy, freedom, heavy plate. Let's go. Damn. What do you think I could sell that for, guys? Anyway, so there you go. That's the way we're all used to crafting, right? And then they introduced timeless shards. But now there's a couple differences. First of all, when we craft with no extra stuff like timeless shards or anything, we're going to get... Let me see, what did this even get on it? So we got Constitution and Strength. We got lucky. That's a pretty good roll. And, you're going to get, and you're going to get random stuff. We'll go ahead and make one more just to show you guys for the video. So we're going to do full 𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙎, or no, we're going to we'll do another freedom. Freedom, 60 𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙎, and let's see what happens. We'll get a random set of stats, dexterity and con. Freedom, resilient. Wow, I'm like doing really good here. So anyway, that's how that works. We're all used to that. That's the way it's, that's the way it normally works. Or we can use something that gives us, intelligence, con, whatever we want, right? And then just random perks after that. So now they've got this. They have the runic stopwatch, or the runestone stopwatch, sorry. These are going to require 500 𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙎, 500 umbral shards, and 10 runestone. So runestone, mark my words, runestone's going to go up in price because it's going to be even more valuable than it was before. Before, we needed runestone for orbs, but now we're going to need it to craft some really cool stuff, all right? And yes, if you have stone cutting, never make a runestone stopwatch without your stone cutting gear, because now we have a 30% chance to craft 2, and you could only craft 1 of these per day. So if you get 2, that's like hitting, double Asmodeum. So just be aware, or not, what I'm talking about, not Asmodeum. But anyway, so that's the way this works. 10 runestone, 500 shards, 500 𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙎. 𝙎𝙎𝙎𝙎 might go up too, and 1 of these a day. So what does this allow you to make? I'm going to show you guys right now. So let me get back into my armoring gear. And I'm going to go grab my runestone stopwatch. Now this is going to apply for armoring, weaponsmithing, all that stuff. You can use a runestone stopwatch to make jewelry. You can use it to make armor. And this is what it gives us. It's going to give us a new category called Fabricate, which we've never seen before. And what that's going to allow us to do is all these are now going to come with Constitution. So it's going to be guaranteed to roll con, which you can use for any, setup, which is really cool. And then we can pick a perk like Freedom. And let's do Freedom again, because that's a great perk. And then we're going to use Azoth. And I want you guys to remember, I'm supposed to have an additional 5 gear score points because of the Armor's Inspiration, right? So the Runestone Stopwatch is going to give us the ability to roll 598 to 600. Yes, 598 to 600. That is huge. So it's going to give us a much better chance of getting a legendary. Much better than 595. It's going to give us an extra 3 freaking points towards our gear score. 598 to 600. Let that sink in for a little bit. But you're also going to need infused armor fragments. And infused armor fragments, if you don't know, watch my salvaging overhaul video and I go over that whole system, how to get those fragments, how to get those scraps, and how easy it is to get those. And you can also sell these things. Check this out. So these, all of them, you're going to need them to make, life staffs, void gauntlets. You're going to need them to craft armor. You're going to need them to craft 598 to 600 jewelry. And these are going to be you can buy and sell these on the marketplace. So it's going to be huge. So these legendary fragments come from salvaging, and you will be able to buy and sell these on the market. You can't buy the runestone, but you can, or the Runestone Stopwatch, but you can buy these fragments. So these are going to go way up in price, and you will get a guaranteed fragment from salvaging BOP legendary items and BOE, I believe. So again, watch my salvaging video and I go over everything and how easy it is to get these things. So you're really going to want to start saving up all those crappy BOP and BOE legendaries. Start stocking up on them, because those items, you just seen what you can craft with them. You're going to be able to craft something with con on it, but you're going to be able to get 598 to 600. And since it comes with Constitution, it's also like having a Timeless Shard. You could pick a different perk, because you don't have to worry about the stat. It's going to give you that main stat. So it's like having a Timeless Shard, and it's going to give us an extra 5 or an extra 3 gear score potential. So that's the one big change, the Runestone Stopwatch. All right, so I grabbed some Timeless Shards, and I just want to show you guys what it looks like with the Timeless Shards. Nothing there has changed. You could pick whatever you want, strength, dexterity. It's going to have the stat that you want on it. You're going to have to still have your rough leather beaded straps, 1 Timeless Shard, and it's going to still roll at 595. Remember, no armor inspiration. On the PTR, you can still pick whatever you want, refreshing evasion, user Azoth, and that's all going to be the same, 595 to 600. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like and that it has not changed, but the Runestone Stopwatch is a game changer. So just wanted to show you guys. Also, one more thing. The only reason I'm not doing weaponsmithing and showing you on weapons, because I'm sure you guys want to see what it looks like with weapons, I couldn't roll an earring with weaponsmith mastery. And that's another thing that's changed. Remember they said they're going to make these perks like armor mastery, jewel crafting much less frequent to roll on gear. I rolled over 300 earrings and didn't get a single jewel crafting mastery, armor mastery, nothing. They are basically gone out of the game. So these are going to be pretty rare. So, should you hold on to those if you have them? Maybe. I mean, most of you guys out there already have all this stuff, so it's not really going to matter. I don't know how many new players are signing up for New World, but they are going to be pretty rare. Going forward, you're just not going to see them roll on gear. So save your craft mods, because they're going to be pretty much the only way to roll an earring with armor mastery is going to be with a craft mod. Again, I rolled over 300 and not a single one. Not just armor, nothing. No jewel crafting, nothing. So just wanted to let you guys know and be aware of that. But yeah, you can now craft your own crafting gear. And once you get a pattern, you can make whatever you want. Check it out. So with my armor pattern, I can make the pants, I could make the hat, the gloves, anything. The blue ones, the purple ones. I haven't even seen what the blue chest looks like. Yeah, I haven't even seen this. Why don't we go ahead and craft it, see what it looks like. Oh, that's all messed up. Look at that. That's cool though. Yes, please. Yeah, that looks much better than the dress. Now, one of the last things I want to talk about is the materia. Now, you're probably sick of hearing me say this, but I made an excellent video on materia, how it works, how to get it, how to use it, and what you can make with it. I have pictures of all the different recipes because somebody asked me in the comments, like, well, can you make this? Can you make that? So I'm just going to show you guys really quick. This is what I'm talking about. Each crafting station is going to have this unique expedition rewards category that we've never seen before. And these are all the named items that come out of these dungeons that we can now craft using just one resource, materia. Where do you get materia? Well, you're going to get them in those armament caches that we're going to get when the update hits. When the update hits, any expedition tuning orbs, mutated, regular, las, gen, when you open those, you're going to get 100 materia for that specific dungeon. If you open a mutated tuning orb, armament cache, you're going to get 100 materia of a random mutated dungeon. So you can get Genesis, you can get Lazarus. Any dungeon that's been mutated, you'll have a chance of getting that specific type of materia. You're also going to get materia by breaking down or salvaging named items from dungeons. So like Fury, if you get a Fury and you're trying to get a Will of the Ancients, you're now going to be able to craft Will of the Ancients over at the Arcane place. And what you're gonna do is any Lazarus drops that you get, whether it's armor or a piece of jewelry or a weapon, as long as it's a named item, when you salvage it, you're gonna get materia, and it's gonna show you in the salvage menu, that it's gonna convert into materia. So this just shows you, you're gonna get a gem and some repair parts. Well, if it's a named item, it's gonna show materia. And remember, any place, any crafting station, they're all going to have these new, this new list called Unique Expedition Rewards. And where's Will of the Ancients? There it is, Will of the Ancients. It's going to cost you 5,000 Lazarus materia. So each weapon will salvage into 30 materia. Each piece of armor is 20, and I think trinkets like jewelry is also going to be 20. So it's going to take quite a bit. And again, if you want to see a video on the materia and the whole process, I actually craft some of this stuff and show you how easy it is. It's just going to take a while to get that much materia. But that's another big, huge change with the crafting system. Another change that there's going to be, and I cover this in the salvaging video. So if you want to take a deeper dive into this and I show you step by step and what salvages into what, check out the salvaging video. I called it, I think, Salvaging Overhaul. But basically, when you salvage items, you know how I showed you that, to get these, what are they called? Sorry, having a brain fart. To get these fragments right here. To get these legendary fragments, see, the legendary ones are called fragments, and these you can sell and trade. They do not say bind on equip or bind on pickup, sorry. But the purple and the blue ones are bind on pickup, and you cannot trade these. And these come from getting a perfect salvage. Okay, so when you salvage stuff, anything, you have a chance of getting a perfect salvage and getting these tier 5 and tier 4 materials. And these materials can then be used at the crafting stations to get experience in your crafting profession. So that's why I said in my video, the salvaging video, stop leveling your professions because it's going to get much easier. So check it out. I'll just do one really quick. So if you want weaponsmithing experience, here's 15,000 experience with one of these infused weapon scraps. Bam. So you can't buy your experience, so to speak, but you kind of can, because you can just buy a bunch of epic and legendary and even blue items. Again, check my salvaging video, and you have a chance when salvaging these to get that perfect salvage. Let's see if we get one. Nope, nothing. But anyway, yeah, that's because these are all crafted BOEs. They'll just give you the materials back. But any like BOPs, oh, I want to salvage that. Do I even have any? Ooh, here we go. Powered bow of the Ranger. That might, since it's a BOP, it might give us a perfect salvage. And it did. Hey, look at that. So we got a perfect salvage on it. And you know what? Let me see. Are these all BOE? Yeah. So it gave us, what, the engineering one? So infused engineering scrap. So again, I have a video on this, but I just want to show you really quick in action. And that wasn't a, the RNG's pretty good on those. They're actually kind of abundant. So you can take that engineering scrap and you could get engineering experience. And in the video, I actually show myself getting like 3 million experience in one shot. I had like 135 of these things, and I just put the slider all the way to the end. I hit craft, and it gave me 3-point-something million experience. It was nutty. And there you go. So again, you can't buy and sell those, not the scraps. You can only buy and sell the fragments. But the scraps, you could just buy a bunch of items off the market, or you can, just save up all those BOPs. Do not salvage any of those right now. Just start storing them, stockpile them if you're planning to level some professions and get all your professions to 200. And then other than that, with the those weapon scraps and armor scraps, you can also get materials for them. So now you can get Asmodeum if you want to use the legendary ones, or you can use the epic ones and get, like orichalcum, or you can use the blue ones and get layered leather, and you could take these to any crafting station and get the respective, materials. So that's another thing that you can use with these with the scraps, the blue and the purple ones. And another thing is you can also use those scraps to make infused orbs, and an infused orb just turns into any gypsum cast that you want. So there's gypsum orbs, regular gypsum orbs, and there's also infused orbs. So infused orbs are the ones that you can make with those scraps, or fragments rather. And these you can buy on the marketplace. So you can actually buy your expertise now in a way. You just buy these on the market, but you need 6 of them for one orb. And it's just like a regular orb. It only gives you 1 gypsum cast. There's still cooldowns. That all still applies. So you can't just get your expertise all the way up to 600 and one get-go, but you can in a sense buy your expertise on the market. And again, I show that in the video as well with the salvaging overhaul. I show you all the different things in detail, and I actually craft them and show you how to convert them. So again, check that video out if you want to get more detail. I just wanted to include all the changes I can into this update, or into this video on the crafting update. Very last thing, I didn't want to skip over it. The split stats having more overall points than the single stat. It is in the PTR, but they're thinking about holding off on it and refining it a little better. I don't think they're going to release it. That's what they said in the dev video, that they're probably going to hold off on it until they refine it and get it a little bit better. And I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I think they should leave it alone, but it's still in the works. They're still talking about it, but it's probably not going to make it to live. So please let me know what you guys think of these changes in the comments. If you have any questions, maybe I missed something, I'd be more than happy to make another video and maybe answer some of those questions you guys might have, or possibly something I missed. Or me, I get stuff wrong once in a while, and you guys are good enough and friendly enough to let me know in a nice way, hey, you kind of missed that. So let me know what you guys think. All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. You have a great day.